Have I stepped into a parallel fucking universe or something?
Oh, dude, he shot him in the dick. Huh? That's not cool, Butters. You don't shoot a guy in the dick.
Butters, learn. Just learn already. Grun gets uncomfortable with that opening, but we love it. Grun. Great weekend of wrestling. Wouldn't you agree, my friends? Everybody out there, you're part of the household. You're part of the chaos. You're a part of the blue eyes. So come in, join in, and strap in for a fun wrestling discussion because we just had Clash at Paris, and I am here again with some of my friends that are here every week. It is Kevin, the Chaos Goblin Kalloway, and the Grunmeister with his blue eyes of villainous. Still a villain, Grun. That's really cool. You ever gonna evolve into like maybe a nice guy?
I don't know. I'm not Charizard or Charmander, unfortunately.
You are in my world.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
I'm trying to make this as uncomfortable as possible.
In this analogy, does that mean you're a Pokemon that doesn't evolve?
In this analogy, I would probably.
In which case, what Pokemon would that be?
If I
No legendaries.
no, that wouldn't be. Oh God, Mr. Mime.
I could see that. That makes sense.
Grunmeister, gotta collect them all.
He does evolve in the newer generations, though.
Well, I don't believe in those. I believe generations.
Well, that's your fault.
Yeah. After Generation 3, they don't matter. I will admit, Infernape, cool name, cool design. I'll give them that.
Firefighting is a dope type too.
Yes.
See, Grun, you're learning more and more what could be in your world. Nightwing, we see you and we appreciate you jumping in. He is our overseas companion. He's mostly an ECW guy. He's my ECW brother from overseas, so we talk a lot of that, but he is always here to join us on a Monday night. And what a Monday night it is. We had Raw.
We can't talk about it.
We can't talk about it. There is some really cool things we could talk about. But we're going to allow our friends and family over on Wednesdays. That's the Raw deal with House and O'Neill, with Annie O'Neill and Alakan House. The Concept. They're going to talk about it. So join them Wednesday. It's a fun time. It's usually around 5 to 6 p.m. You're going to enjoy their insight on it. But we're going to talk a little Clash in Paris. And we're also going to talk what my friends want to talk about because, like always, they bring subjects to the table for us to feast upon. So let's get Clash of Paris out of the way. Kevin, you got some thoughts on a few things on that. If you guys watched us live, IYH covered it with a live watch along. It was the four that started the door. It's House, Jones, Grunmeister, and The Voice. And we watched an amazing Clash in Paris. It was a fun time. Really enjoyed that. We had a new member of the Vision. I mean, come on, man. This is amazing. The first Heyman woman. The first one is going to be the one, the only Becky Lynch. Sorry if I spoiled it for you out there, but it's a big thing to talk about. Kevin,
have we actually confirmed that she's in the Vision, or is she just thanking Seth Rollins? I don't know that that's true.
I think I can say this without getting too much into Raw, but on Raw today, they did definitely lean more into she is part of the faction.
Okay.
Not really any confirmation, but it's definitely feeling like she is part of that faction.
Yes. But Kevin's keeping us on our toes.
Yep.
I mean, they haven't came out and officially said it. So yes,
When she
you are
starts
right.
coming out with the vision, I think that's when we
Yeah.
can officially go like,
Yeah.
okay. Happenstance at ends of matches or anything like that. It's always weird sometimes with wrestling writing because they don't always do well with that.
Yeah.
um, or at least they're trying to do too many things at once, I guess is usually the problem. But as far as Clash in Paris, the results to me seem pretty. I think the only one that really surprised me was Rusev. Not necessarily that he won, but by way of how he won. I wasn't expecting a clean tap out by Sheamus.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
I think that was the biggest result that kind of was wonky to me. But, well, wonky in one sense. But everything else ran down the card, and it happened around the way that I thought it would, but it moved a lot of pieces. And it moved a lot of exciting potential pieces, too. Because with Roman Reigns and Bronson Reed, I figured Roman Reigns would get his get back. That makes sense. But then you had, I believe it was Jey Uso came out after to save him, correct? And then that led basically to Jey Uso not being able to get the W later. So that gave him kind of an out, which was good. That's something you want to do with your larger faces to make sure that they have an out going into these things. I was happy to see that the Wyatt Six were able to defend on the show and get a tag team title match in. I think that was good. I'm pretty sure that match replaced what would have been the women's title match, probably. But either way, I like seeing tag teams just get straight tag team matches on a show. That's nice.
Yeah. That was it was a decent match too. For both teams involved.
And it seems like we're heading towards the fabled, the prophesized Street Profits split.
Yeah.
And I think they've had so much time cooking in that nest egg of a tag team that I think we're going to have something for Angelo Dawkins at the end of this instead of just throwing him aside at the end of it, which is also good. I was always worried about him with the split, only because Montez feels like a guy that you can look at and go, I can get some star power behind that guy. And I don't think that's a controversial take. But Angelo Dawkins, he felt like a side character in Montez's story for a very long time. I don't think that that's the case anymore. I think that they've finally built enough that he could do something if they chose to do it. Now, I'm not in the writing room, so couldn't tell you if they for sure will do it. But I can tell you that Angelo Dawkins has something. Becky Lynch winning. Annie was telling me I had to watch this match, but I have to go back and watch it still. She said some of the stuff went wonky. I'll leave you guys to that because I didn't watch it. It doesn't shock me that much. This is Nikki Bella's first big match.
Yeah.
And those jitters are very, very real. I don't know what happened. I wasn't there. I haven't seen it, but I can see. I mean, whether he ends up like Jannetty is another thing, though.
No, he'll do fine. He'll do fine after.
That's the thing. You never know with these splits.
Well, that's true, but I
just never know because sometimes people don't take the ball and run with it. Sometimes they get something that wasn't them. Like there's a lot of things that can happen that, like, they could be the most talented guy in the world, and for one reason or another, it doesn't catch fire and it just doesn't work. And to Angelo Dawkins' credit, in the last 2 to 3 years, he's proved a lot to me. So in that sense, I hope something goes well, but I always know that there's a chance and a decent chance, quite frankly, because the roster's loaded, that it doesn't go well, which is a shame, but it is what it is.
I mean, it's reality. There's that possibility's out there.
Yeah. And again, I already talked Rusev Sheamus, which I heard was just slaughterfest.
You would love that match. You would love that match.
I love almost any Sheamus match. So yeah,
this was a great one. This one made me applaud Sheamus at the end.
Nice.
And I'm a huge Rusev fan.
Right. I heard the Cena match was good with Logan Paul.
Yeah.
So he led him to a good match. Not that Logan doesn't hold up his end of the bargain. I just know that vets lead matches. So if that match happened, it was mostly because of Cena. And then
Yeah.
the biggest thing to talk about, I guess, on my end, which everyone can surmise if they looked at the internet today, is Becky Lynch and her betrayal. Well, not betrayal, I guess. Joining / not joining / helping husband in the main event, and specifically screwing over CM Punk. The specificity of that is important. Because I saw what happened on Raw, too. And I don't want to talk about Raw, because that's not our realm. But after seeing both of those occurrences, I probably would have leaned towards it after yesterday's occurrences, but today almost confirms it for me. Is that we're probably getting AJ Lee back.
Yes. It looks like it. Okay.
They
Kevin.
could pull a fast one. But it feels like they're giving us AJ Lee back.
Now, did you see the highlight of the very end of the match when CM Punk was walking down back to the locker room?
I did not know.
This would have been on the the post show.
Yes.
So on the post show, you see CM Punk. He's messing around with the ref. He like falls over and he's like kicking somebody walking beside him, playing it up. It's a good time. But then he starts walking and he gets to halfway and there's this young woman. She's holding up a sign that says, CM Punk, please bring AJ Lee back. He stops, he stares at it, looks at the crowd, does his thing, grabs it from her, looks directly at camera with him, hands it back to her, shrugs his shoulders and walks away. That is why we cemented with, we really think, unless they're going to pull the rug from under our feet, which is possible, because that would be, you would get us. You would definitely hook us and we would be like, but we would watch. But AJ Lee, the possibility of her doing a mixed tag with everybody involved, you have Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch, CM Punk, and AJ Lee. That, to me, that image is what cements it for me. I think she's coming back. I think they've been planning this.
Yeah.
I think that maybe that fan was even a plant to have that, because it was a very nice sign.
I think it could have been.
Yeah, but what we talked about with what we seen on Raw, what we know, we're going to let our team cover that. Where are you at percentage wise? This is what we're getting?
I gotta be at an 80.
80. That's good.
I always have to leave room for Jesus, because I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do with the booking.
True.
So 80% is about as high as I could go without it being like directly in my face. I think there is a 20% chance we get something else prior. They could save it, but this feels like a perfect storm to me. And the reason it is, looking at it business-wise, is WrestlePalooza is the first thing that's going to be on ESPN. They're going to want to load that card up so that people buy that first $30 ESPN. Right?
Yeah.
They want as much talent and as much people and as much draw as they can to that. Because there's too much negative chatter, and they don't, believe me, they don't like reading the negative chatter. They don't hate it either, but they don't like seeing it. So if they could spin that narrative to make people forget that it's the $30 extra and $20 more that they're paying from Peacock, that's what they're going to do. That means they need to load the card, just like they did with Netflix Raw, just like they did every time they go to another thing. They did this with the WWE Network. On the Elimination Chamber that they first brought on that, they started announcing WrestleMania matches on it and doing huge things. Like, this is not a new thing for them.
Hey, you're right on that. And we got some breaking news. Let's hit them with that. News. It's confirmed.
Confirmed.
Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch versus CM Punk and Grun in a wig.
Perfect.
Grun, did you have any comments on this breaking news from our beloved buddies leader?
I want to talk to our boss, because apparently our agent booked me in this and I was made unaware of this. And I'm pretty sure in my contract it says if I'm made unaware, I don't get paid. So,
Oh man,
so-
so you don't get the money and
No.
you have to do the match?
yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Like,
Wow. Well, the boss is saying breaking. So he's obviously on the side
He's
of
heard the
Lou
news
with
too.
the breaking news.
Yeah.
We got Nick joining us in the chat. Nick, what's up? He's saying everybody smash that like, and you should, because this is where you can only get the Monday Night Raw preview review show from IYH and Window Lickers. So join us. You know, we got some things in the fire, and Clash at Paris was one of them. AJ Lee, we got 80% from Kevin. He thinks this is where we're going. I'm jumping up to 90. That's where I'm at with it. I think they're taking away something, so they're going to give us, just like you laid out, Kevin. Grun, where's your percentage and where are you at?
I'm thinking there could have been a scenario where it could be somebody else, but there is too much happening right now that eliminates all other possibilities. There has been too much teasing that it's going to be AJ for it to be anyone else. So I am going to say 99% sure, because
God damn. He's a
Kevin
condom out
Kevin's
here.
not wrong that they can still swerve. We can be absolutely 100% certain they're going to do something, still swerve us. They've done it before. They will absolutely do it again.
Yeah, I'm there with you, Grun. That's a big percentage. You're only 1% away from 100. And yes, Nick, we know we will. I pulled out one of my bandanas. There will be one coming your way. I might have to get your address again, but yes, you get the prize, the Ula fedora that we have called it. You can display it on your show. Go check Nick and his wife out. They do fantastic work. But we're back here, 99%. I'm at 90. Kevin's at 80. I hope this is where they go. And Fighting's one. I wanted to get your take on this, Kevin, because when I first seen it, I did think of you, and your thoughts. What would they be on this? Because there is some backlash happening to Stephanie. So Fighting One is chiming in saying, "Did you see Stephanie basically just told people to get a VPN and watch on Netflix?" So did you see her do this on her
I saw the clip
podcast?
of her doing the commercial, right?
Yeah, and that's what they're talking about. She
It's
did it
not.
on her show.
She didn't look down the barrel of the camera and say, "Hey, get this VPN to not buy ESPN," right?
Not directly,
And they're
but
getting them coming and going. They know that you're going to pirate, so they're going to get money on that pirate.
yeah,
That's
through
what
the
they're doing.
VPN.
Because they can't stop it. They can't stop piracy. They
exactly.
can't do it.
Well, here's the depth where I wanted to get into this with you guys. Do you feel that Triple H and Stephanie, whatever still main control Stephanie has in the main office, do you feel that maybe they're like with her doing this and the way she did it, you could tell, like what you're saying, they know about it, that you're going to do it anyway, and they're going to make some type of money off of it, even if you do it this way. But do you feel that maybe they're put into a corner to where they're like, we know what you guys are doing, and that basic fan base that has built Triple H up from what he was, from Stephanie just being somebody backstage to being like somebody with a person representing her in WrestleMania, from her, doing some big matches at WrestleMania. Like, to me, it feels like they are just put into a corner and they're finding ways to suffice the bleeding that is happening right now. Am I off? Do you guys understand what I'm saying with this?
It's tough to say. I think a lot of people put Triple H up on a pedestal very early,
Okay.
simply because he wasn't named Vince McMahon when everything went down. So I don't know. I don't know exactly that it's bleeding, but his popularity is waning. I don't really know. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not in their back rooms for some of these discussions. And I think that's the biggest thing because, like, the second that Triple H came back into power, Stephanie was able to come back. Or got into power. Sorry, not came back to power. Triple H never had that power.
Yeah.
But Stephanie was able to come back after that. It was very clear that tensions were high between the McMahon family in general. That's probably why Steph stepped down when Vince forced his way back in. I don't think that that's outlandish to say. It is still not confirmed. It's not like they said this publicly, but it's hard to know the inner workings because the McMahon family has always been so secretive.
Oh yeah.
So all we can do is start connecting breadcrumbs, and that can lead us down paths that we might feel are right, but are completely off base. I don't know. It's the biggest thing from the business sense that I get from WWE, at least, and I guess I'll say this as an overarching thing. The best sense that I get from this is that TKO is trying to build this up into the most valuable brand that it can. I'm thinking, because this is what companies do, they're building it up so high so that they can sell it. And I don't know who they're going to sell it to. God, I hope it's not Saudi Arabia.
So far, it's been Disney is the front runner.
I think I'd rather Saudi Arabia.
I don't know. It depends on what Disney would do to it. They're more open to content that is more mature these days. See like Deadpool and things like that. So I don't think that they would turn it back to a PG era and fuck with it too bad.
What if they kick it over just to the ESPN side? Because that was brought up in the chat also, because Disney owns ESPN also.
Correct.
So that would be the smart play. If they were going to purchase it, I would kick it over there and then hire the writers that are going to keep everybody captivated in this. Because this is my biggest worry. Wrestling itself started from guys just grappling and trying to get one over the other. And then that audience grew by whatever bounds it's grown into today. So therefore, it is one of the basic self-built things that we have. And it's wrestling. It's so self-building that you can go to a place and specifically learn that trade by somebody who has done it before you and knows it. And then you can go on and make your own. It's almost like a skilled trades job.
Yeah, it is.
In a sense for the entertainment world. Yeah, because there's so many avenues you can go with. So for me, when we get all these mainstream companies digging their hands into it, you lose out on that blue collar building.
Oh, we're past blue collar.
Yeah,
Yep.
we
I've
really
seen
are.
the prices. It's not blue collar anymore.
Nope.
It just
And that's
isn't.
sad.
And it is sad. And I don't like it. I like the product. Don't get me wrong. Like I still like the wrestling. And Khan's not wrong about that either.
Wow. This is like a me statement coming from our boss.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
Do people know how old Jamie Lee Curtis is now? She's not exactly young.
Hey, you shut your mouth. It's
Oh.
Jamie Lee Curtis. It's perfectly fine. It
Grun,
would just
hold
be
on,
like if
Grun.
Martha
We got
Stewart
another.
were...
Hold on. Hit me with that breaking sound again.
Hold on. Give
with
me
that breaking
one
sound
sec.
again.
Where did that wish? Oh, here it is.
Hit me. I need breaking news. Grun is an ageist.
Oh,
He thinks women can't be beautiful if they're old. That's what he just said live on this show.
he's never watched Martha Stewart.
Annie is yelling from the couch.
Oh, you got Annie going, bro?
Oh, hey, look. I won't sit here and say that she isn't a fantastic actor. I loved her on The Walking Dead.
Oh,
Look.
she was great.
Yes, absolutely fantastic.
Okay, Grun, maybe not your cup of tea, but I can see the beauty in Jamie Lee, and I can also see the beauty in Martha Stewart. You got the chat going wild now. Oh shit! Cancel Grun. We got Jamie Lee Curtis in all caps. You got Grun. You got Annie going. Yeah. but to defend one of my best friends here, Brian, I understand it's not your cup of tea. I get it, but grow up, man. Grow up. It's okay. But I do love the idea that we could, if Disney did take over, they buy it outright, but they kick it over to ESPN. I believe in our chat that we had on the watch along, we were okay with that because we could see the possibilities. To me, if it goes straight to Disney and it's on a Disney type thing, they get the Disney writers in there, it's going to feel more like a movie. It doesn't have that feeling that we get of a wrestling show. There's going to be more cinematic things, and this is just my speculation as a fan. But that's what I see because Disney's capable of those things. I don't know. Hopefully it's just they want to build it up and keep it. But that has not been any bit of how businesses are run in this country.
There are
So here's another thing to bring up. Wrestling struggles under censorship.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And one thing that Disney is bad about is making sure that all of everyone isn't either offended or they aren't hurting their advertisers, which is like every company ever, because everybody wants to advertise with Disney. So if we are looking at that, that is my biggest worry. Is Disney, it's not like Disney wants to censor language and things like that. Like, they don't want to go into the world and do that. They just don't want it on their product, which I understand as a company, you don't want things on your product that don't, whatever. But the more wrestling censorship that there is on a program, and the less that they can cross those boundaries without getting yelled at or fined, the less interesting shit that we get.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying you got to go out there like JBL in Germany and goose step all over the ring to get heat, because you don't have to do that, and that's ridiculous in this day and age. It really is.
Yeah.
But we should be able, as not even as a society, but just as workers in general, be able to tiptoe over that line and then come back. Tiptoe over that line and come back, so that we can piss people off enough so that they can legitimately want to see us get punched.
Yeah.
Take a perfect example. Becky Lynch talking about Ozzy Osbourne. I think that's a perfect example.
Very relevant.
Does it cross a line? Yes. Is it so much of a line cross that it is an international incident? No.
Maybe. No, not at all. Not at all.
I'll say
That's,
to idiots, it's offensive.
it's to people who take, so unfortunately in this society that we're trained, this is a whole nother rant, but I'll try and keep it succinct. In this society, in the digital age that we're in, we are inundated by things that piss us off. We are inundated by things that will enrage us, because they want us to keep posting on their platforms. That's social media in general. I promise. And because of that, we are trained to find what enrages us before we figure out what we like. That's what we are like now. And I really want you to evaluate this as you walk away, anyone listening to this. Evaluate how you scroll through Facebook and interact with it, or Instagram, or anything else. Because if you're interacting out of rage, you're giving them what they want. And they boost those posts so that everyone can see it and enrage the next person that you're posting, and the next person, and the next person, and the next person. If you find that your feed is a bunch of people getting mad, you've trained it to be that way. That's what it is. And because of that, it's near impossible. Yeah, fuck you, Grun.
Half of my TikTok is fucking animals.
Hold on. Before I go on that rant, let me finish with this point. Really, we as a society are just trained that way now, and that's the problem. Because now we as performers, we can't cross the line without 20 million people jumping up and yelling that we did something offensive to one person.
Yeah.
Or like a tiny group that isn't even offended, by the way. Half the time, those groups that are offended or were offended aren't actually offended. And you know what? It's more than half the time.
I
They just don't care.
agree.
And it's mostly just a bunch of bored white people rising up and getting angry.
Kevin, you crack me up because you hit on so many levels with this. There's proof out there. Go and see what he's saying. I challenge you. It's worth a Google.
Challenge yourself too. If
yeah.
you are one of those bored white people, challenge yourself.
Yeah,
Don't post ragey things. I have to set so many things to the drafts because I just shit, they got me again, and then I don't post it.
Yeah, even though I am guilty of throwing my opinion out there with, I don't know, free will. I'm like a drive-by. I see something and I have my gun just loaded up, pop, 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 pop. And then I always sit back and I think, well, that I probably did ruffle some feathers. But imagine the ones I didn't put in the gun. Those are the ones that I'm like, look, I didn't put those over there. I left those. I left them in
You
draft.
put pellets in when you could have put in 9mm.
Exactly. But I love the discussion where we get at with this, because it does bring some light to some things. House said it himself. Let the artist be artist.
Bingo.
And what he's saying right here, fake outrage is real.
It
is. It really is. And he's loving what you're saying, Kevin. Just got to give you notes from the boss. He does appreciate your opinion on a lot of things. We discuss it multiple times. Your topics that you specifically do are the ones that get brought out the most in fan interactions, things like that. Because again, like we've talked about, you come from a real perspective. You're in it. You do things behind the scenes. You've helped guide a lot of people who are really moving up in the ranks.
Mm-hmm.
And being seen by other larger platforms. So that it's like you get to the point where you do realize Kevin is a teacher. We know that, but he's also a teacher in life and somebody you can actually get some good information from. We got Grun. Honestly, Grun, I started thinking about this show and me and you are just from the hip and we say things. And then Kevin goes, well, guys, I'm going to put the subtitles down here and I'm going to show you exactly what they should be saying at the time. This is what they mean. I know them. They're good guys, but this is what they mean. He puts it so lovely. I love it, Kevin. You are a great addition to IYH, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. So guys, do you guys have any individual subjects that you want to bring on here and discuss?
As a matter of fact, I do. Kevin, you enjoy video games, do you not?
I sure do.
Do you remember a video game called Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines?
Yes, I do.
I heard it was a fantastic game, and the sequel is stuck in developmental hell so bad.
Actually?
Yeah, it's stuck in developmental hell. It's been. The last time I checked on Epic Games, it was said it was releasing in 2099.
Whoa.
Up until about 12 days ago, October 21st, 2025, 2 hours of gameplay has been released of the initial game. Yeah.
How is this possible?
I have no freaking idea because I'm
you know what? They just did this too with Hollow Knight.
Really?
Yeah, they just did this with Silksong. For forever, Silksong was rumored to be coming out because Hollow Knight was such a hit for everybody that played it, at least. If you like Metroidvanias, can't recommend it enough. Super good game. And that game came out, hold on, I want to make sure I don't mess this up, in 2017. This game has been rumored since 2018, like a year afterwards, or maybe like 2 years afterwards. Then the pandemic hit. And that slowed all of that down.
Yeah.
And then there was just rumors of, you know what? I think they're going to drop Silksong. I think they're going to talk about Silksong. They're going to talk about Silksong for since 2021. 3 weeks ago. Silksong coming out this week.
Beautiful.
What the hell? Yeah, I pre-ordered the sequel to Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 in 2016. And then I see and then
finally coming out.
Yeah, I'm like,
you're pre-order. You don't even have to pay for it, Grun. That's
no.
That's past Grun's money.
If they make me pay it, I'm raising hell. I've Okay, so, for the love of God,
They're gonna
the
inflate that shit, man.
I-
You
I-
owe them money still.
so the game itself, you're playing as a female vampire. I get the implication is that you used to run the city, but something happened. Somebody took power from you and caused you to forget everything. You lose your memory, and there's some other elder vampire in your head that's trying to find his body.
Hmm.
It is I'm a little bit bummed that it's not your own character creation, but I mean, okay, you know what? They're
Sometimes when you have a narrative like that,
yeah.
it play out with not your own person, so that they could say, because okay, this always bugs me about voice acted games now. So this is just me, I guess, old man yelling into the wind.
Let's go.
I would
I'm on
prefer
my porch.
acting in my games in general, but this one specific thing just like pisses me off. Whenever you get your own name in there, breaking news. Kevin hates when you can put your own name on guys that are pre-built. Because then when you go through the whole game, they don't get to say your name, and then it's in the subtitles. They just say like, "Oh, tracker," or "Oh, hero," or whatever they say. It's like, no, my name's fucking Kevin. It's right there.
You would think video game developers can at least afford
You
the
know
AI
what?
technology for that shit.
With AI, I bet they will. It'll happen soon. But that's one of the things that makes me angry in voice acted games. Just like it's to the point where I'm like, wow, I'm just not gonna listen to this dialogue now. Sometimes
Yeah.
I just get mad at it.
So you just leave it the way it's
I usually just
preset.
leave it the way it is,
Okay.
because otherwise, it just comes up and they say something different on there than what I'm reading, and I play with subtitles, so I
Yeah.
can't do that.
So it takes you out of your experience for the game. Gotcha.
Yeah, it'll
Okay.
take me out. So sometimes in those narratives, more to the point, sometimes in those narratives, I would prefer it to be just this is the character's name, this is who they are, and I am playing vicariously through them. I like that sense only because I can lose myself fully in that story now. I am this person controlling this person. I
Yeah.
don't need the character creation of it. I think the only time I actually kind of like character creation, because otherwise I'm just memedy fucking through it. And just like pink hair, fucking whatever, gaudy robes I can put on, anything like that. But in first person games, that's when I feel it still works.
Yeah.
Because then when you're playing with another person, they can see that, or if you're in like cutscenes, it comes out or whatever. But I'm not staring at my memory all the time,
Gotcha.
because that'll take me out too.
Dude.
And it just depends on the game for if I'm going to do it or not too. And then I have a quick opinion for Khan's thing.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. I was gonna also say you would fucking thrive in a DMT world.
A DMT, the drug.
Yeah. The way you go about immersing yourself in things when
That's
you
fair.
like it, I think you would thrive. You'd
That's
be
fair.
King DMT.
I would be King DMT.
We got House chiming in.
Veilguard. Dragon Age Veilguard. Khan, I've heard it's a good game. I've heard the main storyline is really good. Some of the side stories are not super well written or well done. That's what I've heard. So some of the other character aspect stories of it for some of your companions are kind of wonky. It makes you not like them over time. But the main story of it, I've heard, is quite enjoyable. Combat's good. And I haven't heard too many other bad things about it. I know there was a big uprising of, oh, it's woke because of, whatever the fuck. But that's like every non-binary and, internet dudes needed more boobs, I guess, even though there's probably enough boobs in Veilguard.
Hey, well,
I've
first
played
off,
every Dragon Age. They have boobs.
the world needs more.
Right.
So
My understanding, the issue with that specific scene was that it took people out of the game and the story. It seemed like they felt that it was put in there for non-story reasons, not game.
Like
It
was
wasn't
forced-
main story, though. That I will say. It was side story. I'm remembering it now. It was the side story going through for that character, because the character kept going back and forth as to, what their sexuality was going to be, which is fine. That's a real journey. But how they approached it, I heard, was really bad. Like, it just wasn't good writing, which sucks. Because I would like that kind of representation where it has good writing instead of just like ham
with
fisting it in.
yeah, exactly. I see where you're at with that. To me though, in the day and age we are in, if you think about it, the video game character that would be the most sexually confused would be Link, because he was called Zelda for so long. Like, I
Yeah.
remember my
Well-
friends being like, "Oh, you playing Zelda? Zelda's pretty cool. He could do that." It's like, no, that's Link. Like, what the
It's
fuck are
Link.
we talking about,
What are we
guys?
talking
Like,
about? It's not Zelda.
yeah, Zelda's the
Zelda's the
saving Zelda. That's
princess.
but I was just trying to throw a little comedy out there.
Sure.
It may
No,
not
that
have
makes
worked,
sense.
but we'll work it out. We'll get it
Also,
on.
Samus, because nobody knew it was a woman under the suit
Yep.
for a long time.
I didn't know.
Mhm.
I did not know until I think Nintendo Power did a whole thing about it, and it was like, what?
Yep.
And everybody, legit badass. So
Yeah,
you gotta.
Legit badass.
I love those games.
Yeah, me
Yeah, I'm playing State. What's that one I'm playing? Grun State of
State of Decay 2.
Yeah, too.
That's it. Is that an older one?
The earlier the first one is a little bit older, from the 2010s.
Okay.
It zombie apocalypse.
Yep.
Only thing is no character creation, character randomization. You have survivors. Your job is to keep them alive. If they die, they die, and you must figure out how to recover from that. If they all die, I admit I've never had that, because I usually quit and restart if one of my they're not designed to get attached to.
So you play that game like I play XCOM. Oh shit! One of my party members is dead. I'm not training another one.
Yeah,
We're going back.
that's Grun. I see. Grun told me about that when I put it in the chat when we were talking. He's like, yeah, if one of those groups of people die, they're dead. He's like, you don't get them back, but you can go out and find new survivors and shit like that. So I was like, man, that kind of sucks. So I let my first one die, and this was like the second day I was playing it, and I went back to where he was at. Well, he turned into a zombie, but then his body had all the stuff that he had, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna take this up. And then I rescued 2 other people. So I worked out in my little group. We're well fed, and we got some protection. I need a bigger place.
Bigger plays.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
9 people in my camp right now.
Oh my
and,
god.
hey, we're surviving, man.
Yeah.
We're these zombies aren't going to get us. But yeah, that's been a fun game. You can always join us on Discord, and you can find out what we're doing, when we're doing it, and maybe joining us for some of that gaming action, because, well, that's where the fun is. And speaking of fun, guess what we have going on lately? Lately, we've been having some amazing connections that IYH is making. One specifically with Goalie Nutrition. And everybody, I know you're out there and you're wondering, why is he talking like this? Well, it's because we got to feed the beast, and we got to get you out there to goalie.com, to where you can join up with me, the concept. You can join up with Kevin Kalloway Grunmiester, Annie O'Neill, and everybody else a part of the IYH umbrella, and you can get your mind right, get your body right, get all those nutritions you need at goalies.com. Join there. Go to when you're picking out all your great things. I like the Matcha Mind gummies. It keeps me, well, I think sharp. It keeps me looking at things and looking at them from different angles. It keeps the voice going as crazy as the voice goes, but it can keep you powered through your day. Keep your mind going. There's nutrition ones. House has got a nice, beautiful care package, but you can be a part of it. I highly advise you to go there, pick out anything you want. Then at checkout, put in IYH for that promo code, and you'll get a 10% discount courtesy of IYH. Tell them that we sent you over there, and let's get goalie.com a part of the In Your House umbrella. So guys, we have this partnership with Goalie now. We're doing some good things, and we also are left with one of the most amazing things that has kept this show going. Grun, you remember before Kevin, it was just me and you talking to each other and talking about our beards. But now we get to Kevin's topic, and we get to hear what Kevin wants to talk about, whether it be video games, movies, or wrestling. It is Kevin's time, and let's go, Kevin.
I actually was going to keep it on games a little bit. I was kind of
Beautiful.
feeling it.
Bring it
Yeah,
on.
House is feeling it. The boss said he's loving
Yeah,
the gaming
yeah.
talk.
I saw that comment. I'm like, oh, good. Then he'll like what I'm about to say. Um,
Beautiful.
I, as a gamer, for a very long time, have not eaten this well in the coming season. There are so many games coming out,
Oh yeah.
and in the spirit of that, I wanted to talk about what you're most excited for in the upcoming gaming season. We're going into the Christmas season, and they're jam packing it this year. I have 6 games I'm about to buy day one in the next 2 months, which is the most I've had in a very long time. I guess I'll start with mine because it comes out this week. But one of the ones I'm really excited for is Chronos. I don't know if you guys have heard about this game.
I think I just saw an ad for it.
Chronos is from the same team that did Silent Hill 2. They're from the Bloober team. And it's basically about going through and saving humanity through a survival horror like timeline. And it seems like there's going to be some kind of time manipulation to it. I don't actually know that much about it, but what I've seen looks incredible. It seems like it's Dead Space meets Silent Hill.
Really?
And I'm here for it. And I guess I'm also opening it up to you guys. Like, what other games coming out? What games are on your radar other than Vampire? Because we did talk about that one.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course.
Well, I have 2 that are on my radar. One of them, the date's not confirmed. We just talked about it. It's the 3rd installment of State of Decay.
Yep.
It'll be released on the Xbox Series XS. But the one that is Borderlands 4. I like where they go with that franchise.
Yeah.
I like what they're doing with it. They're always fun. There we go. We got House even saying it. Borderlands 4.
We got a Silk Song in there too. I agree with that one.
So yeah, and I seen we're getting another Metroid. Date's not confirmed yet.
Yep.
Also, but I am also, side note, just the nerd I am, Outer Worlds 2, which is coming out on October 29th.
I was pleasantly surprised with the first one. It didn't get a lot of hype behind it, but I liked it.
I liked it. It was a fun story. It was a good time.
I'm hoping they grow a little bit more in the second one, but the first one was good.
Yeah, I thought it was a well-designed game. It kept me interested. So
had some unique weaponry too. I think that was the most fun for me.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what is on my radar. That's what I'm looking at and waiting for.
Grant, what about you? Oh, and this is open to anyone still in the chat as well, of course.
I guess if we're going, are we going to cancel out anything that's confirmed to come out in early next year?
Just go ahead.
Okay.
Anything that you're looking forward to.
Then Resident Evil 9 Requiem. I am very much looking forward to that. 3rd person, at least one stalker. There were rumors of maybe 2 different stalkers in the game.
It seems like they're going with the nightmare monster for the one character, and that looks horrifying. So
really
can't wait to give off some totally manly screams while I look that one in the face.
Oh yeah.
Record them, Kevin. We want them on the channel.
Yeah, right. Resident Evil 9, like I'm definitely going to be getting that at some point. I don't know about day one, but I'll definitely be getting it. Another game that is on my radar is Dying Light: The Beast, where you are once again playing as Kyle Crane from the first game.
Ooh.
Yeah, so the way I understand it, it seems like this is taking place after the events of the first one, and the DLC to the following DLC, my guess is it's not canon.
Okay.
Since it but it looks like Kyle Crane trying to fight through zombies once again and the bandits. My understanding, I think he gets out of the fictional country that he was in. I think he finally gets out and finds the rest of the world is already infected, and yeah,
All right, so they're going kind of.
they seem to be going a little bit more horror esque, a little bit more
I hate that.
less. Maybe I'm sure there's still going to be quite a bit of survival
Oh, sure.
stuff in it, but yeah, it seems like Kyle Crane is going to be on his own for this one.
I don't hate that.
No,
I think it adds a bit more to it. It almost feels more like a Dead Island at that point,
a little bit, yeah.
which I don't hate. I think that the second Dead Island did very well with it, where you felt safe here and there with people, and then you had to leave the people.
Yeah.
I would
I
imagine
still
he runs
played
into
it.
some people there. Yeah, I'm still playing a little bit too. Shout out to Fightin' Bubsy Perfect Collection. That's
Yeah.
a blast from my past.
Yeah, I
Jesus.
seen that. I was
And
like,
I saw that
"What?"
came out too, and I'm like, shit, maybe I will get it.
Yeah, that's
I'll
pretty
probably
cool.
wait for a sale, but like, damn.
Dude,
And there's a new Bubsby coming out too.
yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I hope it does well.
I hope it does well too.
I've been also dabbling in. Have you guys ever played Stalker 2?
I have, yeah.
Is that oh shit. Is that Stalker like S.T.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I have played those games.
I tried playing it.
It's wild survival.
Yeah, it just I guess it didn't really grab me like I thought it would grab my attention.
It's a tough. So, did you get? How long did you play it?
About 20 minutes.
Ooh,
It's a tough start.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the problem with that game, because after you get through, and this is not going to be a selling point after I give you the time, but after you get through about the first 2 to 3 hours of it, you start getting more shit, and it starts working better.
Well,
Because you start off with nothing,
Yeah.
your first couple camps, you're gonna oopsie roll into a couple and just
Yeah.
die.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. That might get me to try it out again, because I'm looking at it right now. Time played total, I have 46 minutes total in this
I
game.
will say though, if you're looking for a game that's a little bit easier to start and maybe a little bit more narrative driven, because Stalker really, it's a survival game, and it does sound like you like survival games, which is good.
I do.
There's another series that's very similar. It's kind of survivally, but more like objective based at times. Is Metro.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah,
if you
I've played that.
Metro Exodus specifically, I was going to say, was
okay.
quite good.
Okay.
And it's old enough now that you should be able to pick it up on sale for like $5 at the right time. So,
Beautiful.
and that'll play right on your Xbox as well.
Yeah, I'll check that out. I'll play.
That'd be a good one. It's very post-apocalyptic, and it's humans warring with each other while other things are happening.
Beautiful, beautiful. I love this comment.
I
No,
love this one too.
Fightin's one. I have not seen it, but I did see the guy who played Hellraiser was on your mom's house, and they were talking about the video game coming out. Halloween's also getting a killer game that I'm looking forward to playing. Always wanted to be Michael Myers, and always wanted to run away from him too. So I'm looking forward to that. That should be a fun play. I bet you Lou covers that like he did with Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which Grun, those were some fun nights playing that fucking game.
Yeah, I did eventually pick that up, and I've never gotten around to playing it. I don't like playing those kinds of games with randoms, because usually they're sweats that just want to just want to win, and it's like, God.
Yeah, how dare they want to win?
Yeah, how dare they want to be competitive?
Look.
No, but they use all the cheapy strategy. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I played with randoms in Friday the 13th, the game, before they shut down the servers, and there were times that it was a load of fun because everyone just like fuck around and let's just have
that
fun.
was fun too. That was a fun game too.
They
those games are fun.
They are actually making a new Friday the 13th game.
Ooh, looking forward to that.
I don't know who it is. I don't remember what developer, but supposedly there is talks, or at least the startings of process of making a new Friday 13th game. Hellraiser Revival. Doug Bradley, the original actor for Pinhead, is reprising his iconic role in the Hellraiser game.
Ooh.
He had a great interview on In Your Mom's House just a couple weeks ago. Go check that out.
The same team that developed Evil Dead the game will be behind Hellraiser, and Evil Dead did all right. I think
I love Evil Dead movies and games. They were fun to play,
yeah.
but I love the nostalgia of them.
Yeah.
I mean, these are games that can work because people do enjoy horror games and these types of asymmetrical games.
They enjoy being the killer too. Ever since
that's what I was just gonna say.
I'll credit this to it's two games really, but it's first and foremost it's Dead by Daylight, I think, but less so. I think this deserves a shout out. Is what was the God damn it? I'm blanking on the name now. Among Us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Among Us really popularized being the killer.
Yeah.
Regardless of if you were doing something like huge, bloody, like a Jason Voorhees, like slasher kill, like you were killing people. And I think that popularized it among a new generation of people of the whodunit. Who's doing this? Who's working in the shadows? And then Dead by Daylight saw that content and went, we could make that horror.
Yeah.
And then they did. And now we're getting all of the like big franchises. Instead of just giving you a DLC for killers on Dead by Daylight, they're like, well, we're going to revamp the system because like Dead by Daylight has to die out eventually, which is true. At some point, their stuff they just need a Dead by Daylight 2. Like that's what would have to happen because otherwise the graphics are going to be not as good and people will stop caring about the kills and they're not as graphically good. Like I have Mortal Kombat. I can watch better kills.
Yeah. You were hitting on that one.
And that's just the reality of what the world we live in is. New is always better, to steal a line from Barney Stinson. So when you get those new graphics, those new systems, it really did come full circle because we were talking about How I Met Your Mother before this. Before we went on air, everyone, we were talking How I Met Your Mother. So because of that, we're always looking for the next iteration. We're always looking for the next adaptation. And I'll go out on this one because survival horror fans are eating well in the month of September from Kronos and from Silent Hill F, which it looks like it's going to be way more action-based, which I'm kind of excited for because when they've tried to do more action-based with Silent Hill before, it was kind of wonky. But I think it looks like they're riding the line of grotesque and not having a bunch of arsenal at your disposal. And I think that was always the line with Silent Hill that made it different than Resident Evil. Resident Evil, it felt like you had an arsenal. You could defend yourself if some giant 20-foot zombie came there. But in Silent Hill, it was always, well, shit, I've got my crowbar.
Yeah. Shit might get hairy here.
Shit might get hairy.
Yeah, I love that. I wish they would do like a build a character for like a homicidal movie. I don't want to kill people, but I think it would be fun. Like you build up your stats, you do all those things. I don't know. I'm a weirdo. I think it'd be a fun time. Maybe. I wonder if they're ever going to do a Silence of the Lambs.
I wouldn't put it past them. I could see money in a Hannibal franchise.
Dude, that would be a pretty gnarly one. He shows up, just pop out of somewhere and eat you. Oh no. Oh no, Grun. All right, fans. So we would love to send you to Monday Night Raw, but they have already done their stuff. That's why you got the variety of what we just gave you. And if you want more variety and you want more chaos or you want more villainous, I'm going to let my friends let you know where you can find them. So why don't you take it away, Grunmeister, and let them know where those blue eyes can be seen.
You can find me on Twitch, Kick, and YouTube under the name Grunmeister, where I stream every Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern, with my Grun's Room SmackDown review preview show. Talk everything SmackDown, everything WWE, and we are definitely going to be talking about a fantastic SmackDown from last week. Definitely going to be glad that we are finally on a regular SmackDown schedule again.
Well, Grun, you are getting what you wished and what you hoped for and what you just want every Friday. So it is coming to you, buddy. So to hang tight and go visit Grun in his room and see all the villainous stuff you can get into. But if you're into chaos and you like that on the tip of your tongue, Kevin Kalloway is going to let you know where you can catch all of what he does.
You can find me. Okay, so hands down here, cards on the table. I took away social media from my devices because I don't like scrolling it so much. I've been able
Ooh.
to be happier, healthier, and living in the moment way more. So blessings on blessings, but you can still follow me on those things. I just might not get to messages or anything very quickly. And that is Kevin Kalloway on Facebook, Kalloway Kevin on Instagram. And then I will, now that I'm away from social media and taking some steps back, I can step forward back into streaming again. And because I can
Beautiful.
step back into streaming again, you can follow me at Kevin Kalloway Pro, twitch.tv/Kevin Kalloway Pro specifically. And I don't know if it'll start this week just because of the odd week structure for my work. But next week, I think I'm going to start streaming Cronus because it comes out Friday.
Beautiful. I can't wait to catch those and see what Kevin is doing in the world of Cronus. Let's tune in. Come on, everybody. But for me and for the rest of In Your House, you can catch us Wednesday at the Raw Deal with House and O'Neill, where Annie and House, they go live and they talk Monday Night Raw. So everything that just happened before we went live, you're going to get all the, all the playbacks, all those things, all the insight. So join them. It's usually around 5 to 6 p.m. here on the IYH network across a lot of platforms. If you know us, you know where to find us. Outside of that, it's the ECW watch along, where me and House, we watch ECW and we bring you in and we talk to legends. We've talked to Joel Gertner, Bill Alfonso, Sabu himself, and so many more we have lined up. But we want you to join us for what we loved when we were younger and what brought us into the scene beyond just your regular WCW and WWF at the time. ECW, it's where you can find us. That's at 6 p.m. every Thursday. Then you hit Grun on his stuff. Great time. Go join it. The chat has been hot in the last ones. You're going to enjoy more of that. So I'll be in there. You'll see me. And outside of that, it's Sunday. It's a house party. It's anybody who's under the umbrella, wants to be on, wants to talk about it. We bring you the week of wrestling and what we loved about it, what we may not have loved, and what we think you'll love. So come join us there. And Saturdays, if you ever catch us and you see the boat leaving, it's Conspiracies at Seas with me and Viking and our young Jamie herself, Luna. And we have some great discussions there. It's where you can be a silly goose on the network. And it's really never wrestling involved. So you can come join us. And if you don't want to talk wrestling, it's a point. We enjoy it. It's a good time. So that's everything IYH is doing. And we still have some things planned to come out. And trust me, one of these ideas, we're going to hook a lot of you and you're going to become a fan of us. And then we're going to make you a wrestling fan. So come join us and stay tuned, like and subscribe to everything. Click the notifications and we will catch you on next Monday. Bye.